So, good morning, all you lovely people, ladies, gents, those that are somewhere in between, can't make up their mind. Welcome. Grumpy old Git in the corner again on what looks like it could be quite a nice Friday, weather-wise. News-wise, it could be anything but, couldn't it? So you never know which way that arsehole's going to go. Let me sort this fucking camera out. There we go. So, yesterday you come up with this bullshit about the smoking. Yeah. Banning it in pub gardens, outside nightclubs, day clubs, restaurants, and small parks. Well, what defines a small park? I mean, we've got a huge one up here, but it's bloody small compared to some. But basically, what he's trying to do, I think, is ban smoking outside your home. That will be the freedom of choice gone on that. No smoking in the open air. You know, we've already been through the first part of this, and then most people complied. Me included, being a smoker at the time. You had smoking areas, which were open to the fresh air. But what next? Once that's implemented, then he'll ban you from smoking in your own home. Yeah, just like they're doing in California. You know, ban from smoking in your own home if it's connected to another building or apartment. You know, if there's a wall between you and the next person, the next house, the next flat, it will be illegal for you to smoke in your own home. So they're taking away your freedom of choice of what you can do in front of your own TV, in front of your own computer, in your own fucking home. Is that the way it's going to go? You know, blocks of flats. You know, we've seen fires and shit, obviously, lately. I don't believe that any of those have been caused by people smoking. But it will be illegal to smoke if you live in a flat, won't it? Because you've got neighbours. You know, they started the banning of them by age, buying cigarettes by age. But as I said at the time, when they brought that in, that they will put things in place that will make it impossible for those to smoke that still can smoke. You know, to be honest, after having given up smoking myself, I actually feel like starting again just to spite the bastards, so I can go and stand somewhere where I'm told I can't and have one. But, you know, I see us ending up a bit like this.
Smoking is not good for you. It has been deemed that anything not good for you is bad, hence illegal. Alcohol, caffeine, contact sports, meat.
Are you shitting me?
John Spartan, you are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
What the hell is that?
John Spartan, you are fined 1 credit.
Bad language, chocolate, gasoline, uneducational toys, and anything spicy. Abortion is also illegal, but then again, so is pregnancy if you don't have a license.
I mean, yeah, any sci-fi buff will know where that comes from. Is that a vision of the future? It could well be with the way this fucking idiot's going, isn't it? You know, a draconian, totalitarian world. This is unless somebody stops this fucking idiot in his tracks before he picks up too much momentum, which he's already doing at the moment. So, but going on with that, it's kind of moving on, but it's kind of connected. Now with him keep spouting about this black hole in the coffers, in the public funds, as it were, our money, taxpayers' money. You know, that's where it all comes from at the end of the day. I thought I'd look into the implications financially of banning smoking. You know, I've said before, many times and quite some time ago, that if they banned smoking, it would create a big black hole in the country's coffers. And there you go. banning smoking would literally create a black hole of nearly £9 billion a year. Now, that black hole would have to be filled with the money, not out of smokers' pockets, but out of non-smokers' pockets as well, because that's tax income, that's duty. Think of that. You've never smoked a cigarette in your life, but you're going to have to pay for him banning smoking. He says smoking causes a lot of damage to the national health. Smoking does cause a lot of health issues, but not in all cases. And £9 billion would go a long way to help him pay for the service we get from the NHS, being a smoker. So how would you non-smokers feel having to make up that? Now, you can say the same about cars and driving. Now, it's fairly obvious that they want cars off the road. They wanted us to all go electric. How would that sit? Now, they put a big push on electric cars. Cars that pay nothing in fuel duty. Petrol, diesel, whatever. But when you look at this, look at the drop from 2019 until people realise that electric vehicles are absolute bag of shite and started to go back to fuel motors. Look at how the fuel duty, the tax, went back up once people started. Now, I've got to admit, and I'm totally honest and fair about this, that dip in the usage and the fuel duty could be put down to the pandemic if you look at the dates involved, and also people being made or having to work at home and staying working from home, which means they don't use their vehicles as much. And obviously even shopping trips were reduced greatly because everybody was ordering online and having it delivered. So, you know, I'll be fair about that. I'll put both sides of that story. But the smoking, no, that's different. But he's doing things like this, or they were doing and still are, I believe, that are creating these black holes in the finances. This is shit they won't tell you. You look into other things they're doing where there'll be a reduced income to the country from, and you start to see somewhere near the truth. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there for a Friday. I'm not going to get myself too worked up. I want to have a nice quiet weekend, and if I put my blood pressure up again, ain't going to happen, is it? But tonight, hopefully, Mrs. W said she's not feeling too bad, so we could see a live stream there tonight, providing StreamYard's playing the ball. It's not been very good lately. Don't know why. They've been having a lot of issues, and it is their issue. I had a look on their pages the other day, and it is an issue with theirs, but it doesn't seem the fix has worked for everybody. So if you do use StreamYard and you haven't used it since Wednesday, check out, make sure it's working. But until then, all I can say is have a lovely weekend. I hope the weather stays nice for you. You enjoy whatever you've got planned. But while you're doing it, as always, stay safe, stay strong, and remember to stay free. Don't let them put the fear into you. The biggest thing to fear is fear itself, and that's what they're relying on. Respects, guys.